Perfect.
You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is.
Perfect.
We got some news and the Smackdown review. I know, it's Monday. All right, I had a long weekend. We missed the show, but we back today. Tomorrow, Monday Night Raw. We don't review NXT no more. We just watch it for fun. But we gonna keep the ball rolling, baby. As always, you guys already know. Let us not waste any more time. Let's go. Yes. 'Tis I, RJD here. Welcome. This is like so perfect being that Resident Evil 4 is back. This is like perfect. It's like Resident Evil 4 is back. So when I go welcome, everybody should know what I'm talking about. Welcome everybody. Welcome to What the Wrestling. This is your Smackdown review on a Monday. I know. Listen.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Don't be mad at me, okay? Don't be mad at me. We got it here, and we're going to talk a little bit about CM Punk as always. But first things first, hit the goddamn like button, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, thank you very much. Listen, I know. Listen, hold your tomatoes. I know I missed the show. Okay, we back right now, Monday morning. I got more shows coming to you as always this week. I got more shows, more shorts, more entertainment coming to you. What the Wrestling as always. Now, hit the like button one more time. Let's get into Mr. Punk. So, reports are Punk once back in as always. I talked a little bit about this on Wednesday, but a lot going on as far as AEW show that they're reportedly supposed to be getting, as far as a lot of things. I don't know what's going on, but it all ties in with Punk. Let's talk about it. So, there are reports that Punk wants back in, but CM Punk's AEW locker room issues are not settled. Now, a Punk return is likely expected. It is a tenuous situation because the dressing room issues involving him have not been settled at all at this time. The working idea was that the Saturday show would star Punk and that they would split crews to a large degree. Okay, first things first.
You stupid.
Why would you? Okay, that's stupid as hell. If you're gonna have a Saturday show, it better not be. It be because CM Punk don't get along with some of the people in the locker room in the Elite. That's stupid.
You stupid.
Very stupid. But let's try to start from the beginning here. Is that a hair or is that like, damn, them grays is coming in, boy. Bald and sexy, soon to be salt and pepper by the time I get 45. I got some time though. But CM Punk. CM Punk, brawl out, all out, had an issue with the Elite. Okay, supposed to be the summer of Punk. Probably was supposed to drop the belt to MJF. Cool. They had to go up, down, out, and around. MJF got the belt anyway. Punk got hurt in the match. Tore his bicep out, if I'm not mistaken, or he had an arm injury. He went out for 9 months. He was out for 9 months. He's still out now. But he also tore shit about Colt Cabana for no apparent reason. Tore shit about Hangman. Gave him a receipt when Hangman, supposed receipt when Hangman came at him for something he didn't like. He got hurt when he jumped into the goddamn crowd. Shattered his ankle. He got hurt. Came back. First thing he did when he came back to TV, talk shit about Hangman, knowing Hangman couldn't do nothing about it. Then, when it comes to Brawl Out, fast forward, then talk shit at the media scrum about the Elite, EVPs, I work with children, blah, 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 blah. We all know what happened. Supposedly, went backstage, allegedly, they came out, Elite came back there. Whether who you believe, they broke the door down, knocked on the door, walked in, Punk threw a punch, Nick Jackson got hit with a chair, Kenny Omega got bit by CM Punk's best friend. Okay, all of this alleged stuff happened. Cool. He's been out a long time. Apparently, he's made amends, but maybe they don't feel comfortable working with him. Why would you feel comfortable working with somebody who was talking shit about you with a live mic and saying that you were spreading rumors and maybe you were, maybe you weren't, who knows, everything is alleged, and then you go back there and have a big ass fight and make Tony Khan look like the big boo-boo the fool and all of this.
You stupid.
Making the company look like the big boo-boo the fool and all of this.
You stupid.
So I completely understand if the Elite don't want to work with Punk, and if Punk didn't want to work with the Elite. Regardless of whose side you take, I completely understand both sides of this. If they don't trust each other, because in wrestling you need trust. You need to trust that the other man is not going to hurt you because they're doing dangerous stunts in the ring. Got it. Cool. Now, CM Punk obviously wants back in. Dax Harwood said on his podcast, I talk to Punk every day. He's my best friend. And this your headline, he misses wrestling. I talked about this on my Dynamite review. Great. Punk wants back in. Tony Khan wants Punk back. You know how we know? Because of the moves that he's making. He obviously wants Punk back. They're doing a show in Chicago. They're doing a all-in show, and then they're doing another Chicago show. Punk is just about ready to come back now, so that he wants Punk back. And you know what? I'm all for it. I'm all for it. As I said last week I said it. If Punk and the Elite could get their ish together, if everybody could get their ish together and work it out, they can make a shitload of money. FTCM Punk versus the Elite, man, they could make a lot of money. So they could do good business because people will want to see the match because all of these guys are great wrestlers. And people will want to see the match because the beef is real. Everybody knows that is internal beef is real. So people will want to see this. I think that's fantastic. So the problem also is it's not just Punk. I mean, it's not just the Elite that have issues with Punk. There are people backstage who have issues with Punk. Mox went on his wife's podcast, Renee Podcast, and he said something. He didn't mention Punk by name, but he mentioned, he called him a name, and he was like, he's tired of all the backstage nonsense. This is like WCW levels of backstage politicking bullshit, to paraphrase what he said. Mox hates it. Jericho talked shit about Punk, and then Punk called him a stooge, and they went back and forth publicly out in the open. Like I said before, in the beginning of AEW, you didn't hear shit about the backstage nonsense. I have no doubt that there was backstage nonsense, but we didn't hear about it. Now, all we hear about is the backstage nonsense from All Elite Wrestling. That's all we hear. We didn't hear none of this back in the day, a couple of years ago. People signed to AEW because they were able to keep shit quiet. There wasn't anything on the dirt sheets. So, that's a problem. That to me says a lot. And I don't know what's going on with Punk and the Elite and everything. There's reports that this whole split was partially because of Punk, and this whole split wasn't partially because of Punk. They're not going to go to Warner Brothers Discovery and say, you know what? I don't want an extra 2 hours of TV. Nah, I'm good. No, they're going to take all the TV they can get. So that makes perfect sense to me. But at the same time, we're going to get off the Punk stuff for a while. Let's talk about this AEW new Saturday show they're trying to do. It all ties in because they're going to split the rosters, or they're going to have to try to split the rosters to appease Punk or the Elite. I think that's stupid.
You stupid.
That's very dumb. When you split your rosters, you got to work with less. Somebody goes down, you never know what can happen. Now, they have a huge-ass roster, so they could split the rosters and be A-okay, but you already have that with Ring of Honor. You already have a split roster with Ring of Honor. You had Joe over there, Brian Cage over there, a bunch of other people over there. You don't need to split your rosters again. You got Dark Elevation, Dynamite, and Rampage. And then you're going to have another 2-hour show, maybe on Saturday or another day. What's the difference between that show and Rampage? Especially if it's 2 hours. You tried to make Rampage the B show, but it's the numbers and the ratings are not where you want it to be. You think having a show on Saturday is going to be good? Especially when it's getting hot? Well, I'm in the Northeast, so it's getting hot Northeast. But in some places it's hot all year round. But on the weekend, people don't want to sit at home. Not on a Saturday night. They want to go outside. So that shit's going to get DVR'd crazy. Like, I don't know. If they got to pick a good day. But what day? There is no good day for this show. But if you're going to get the hours of TV, you're going to take it because, you want more viewers. You want more eyes on the product. You're not going to say, no, don't give me TV. You're not going to do that because that would be stupid.
You stupid.
So you got to do what you got to do. As far as Punk, they need to Tony Khan needs to get these guys in the room. All of them. Jericho, all the top guys. Jericho, Mox, the Elite, Punk, FTR. FTR ain't got shit to do with this, but why not? Put them in the room too. And you need to go, listen, all of you.
Stop it. Get some help.
We're going to do this right now. Say what you got to say. And after we leave this room, forever hold your mother effing peace. And we shall not speak of this again. Let's go get this money. Now listen, sometimes you can't come back from where you went, but you can work with people you don't like if it benefits you. As long as you trust, they ain't gonna hurt you, and they're all professionals. I don't think nobody's gonna intentionally hurt anybody. Ain't nobody that crazy. But as long as you can keep it together, everybody hold their ish. Everybody hold their ish. Say what you gotta say. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. You're a jerk. You're a jerk. You said this. You said this. Well, I felt this way, and you're a jackass, and I don't like you. Well, I felt this way, and you're a jackass, and I don't like you. All right, cool. Can we get this money? Okay, let's go get this money.
Give me a hell yeah.
I think if they could do that, they'll be fine. You think everybody who works with each other in WWE, AEW, New Japan, everybody likes each other? Man, don't be stupid.
Stupid.
Everybody doesn't like each other. Such is life. At your job right now, the job you go to, there's somebody you don't like, but you got to work with them. Same thing in wrestling. So if this is going to work, and I'm not even talking about the new show or the new hours of TV, but if Punk is going to come back, all six, well, the Elite and Punk, Hangman, and Jericho especially, maybe not FTR, but all 6 of these guys need to come in the room. There, you need to have Tony Khan, need to have legal, and Everybody needs to be like, all right, listen. Punk is coming back. This is what I've decided. I'm Tony Khan. I sign everybody's checks. But I believe we can make a lot of money. I believe we can make a good story out of this. We can tell stories. Let's come up with a definitive plan to make this story one hell of a ride for the next 3, 6, 9 months, whatever. Everybody could go out there, say what you got to say on the mic. It's wrestling. We're going to take digs at each other. But let's go get this money. Punk, no more stage dives. No more Twitter. None of that shit. Punk. Jericho, no more Twitter. If you got something to say, we say it right now. And after we leave this room, we done. We're going to make this story and we're going to go get this money. And that's it. Unless the elite have literally zero interest in working with him, and they express that like, nope, I'm good. I don't care how much money we make. I'm not working with this guy. I don't care. Listen, much respect. I'm done with this. No issues moving forward once we leave this room. But I don't want to work with you. You don't have to want to work with me. We're done. I'm good. If you're good, I'm good. If you like it, I love it. If they do that, but I don't feel safe. I don't want to work with you. Outside of that, let's just apologize or don't apologize. Say what you got to say, and then let's be professional. Let's work together. I'm not going to hurt you. You're not going to hurt me. We'll go at each other. It'll be compelling television, and then we can move the F on. We can move on.
Bruh.
But at least we get a good story out of it. Get a good 6-man tag out of it. Maybe 2 6-man tags out of it. Maybe 3 6-man tags out of it. Who knows? But at least we'll get something out of this terrible situation. And I think that is one outcome. An outcome is that these guys don't work together. Another outcome is that Tony Khan puts CM Punk way, way over there on that show. And it becomes the B show next to Dynamite. But then that kills Rampage. Because why would I watch Rampage if Rampage goes from the B show to the C show? And it's already a bad B show. Well, not a bad B show, but it's a B show nobody cares about. Nobody hardly ever watches it. And if you're going to put all the good stars on this Saturday show, why the hell would I watch this show? So I don't know what TK is going to do, but it's a total mess. But let's talk about this. AEW is reportedly adding another show to its lineup. And a new report states that it will debut in the next upcoming months. AEW launched in 2019, subsequently landed a TV deal with Warner Media, now Warner Brothers Discovery. The company's flagship show, AEW Dynamite, premiered on TNT. 2019, AEW's second show, Rampage, in 2021, debuted. The company also airs Dark and Dark Elevation on YouTube. Additionally, in 2022, AEW expects its TV content with quarterly Battle of the Belt specials on TNT. Those actually do pretty good. Andrew Zarian of the Mat Men Pro Wrestling Podcast previously reported that AEW was finalizing a deal with Warner Brothers Discovery for a new television show. In the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that AEW's new show, which is planned for Saturdays, will debut in July, if not earlier, bringing a major change. He stated that the show is close enough to a done deal, quote unquote, but things are being kept quiet. AEW has a non-branded television live event advertised for July 8th, and it is currently unclear whether the show will be an episode of AEW Dynamite, Rampage, or another show. So they got a show coming up, guys. It's happening. I don't know what they're going to do at Rampage. I don't know what they're going to do as far as the A show and B show. I mean, Saturday is a bad night. Saturday is a bad night. If you put it on earlier in the day, certain parts of the year, you got to deal with college football. That shit ain't going to work. If you put it on late in the day, some parts of the year, you're going to have to deal with college basketball. That ain't going to work. Saturday is not a good day, especially Saturday in the afternoon or early evening. Not good. Saturday night, a lot of people are outside. How many people are really going to watch that show live? A lot of people are going to watch that show Sunday morning. They're not going to watch it. And you dare not put a show on Sunday. Not with football 6 months out of the year. You dare not do that. So that don't make sense. So you can't do Monday because of Raw. You can't do Tuesday. Well, you could do Tuesday, but you got 2 shows back-to-back days. That's kind of, that don't make sense. Wednesdays is Dynamite. Thursdays. What's on Thursdays? Thursdays, that's not a good night because it's right after Dynamite. Fridays, you got Rampage, and you're not doing that. So you're going to put it right on, and then you got Smackdown on Fridays. So you're going to do Saturdays. I don't know. I don't know how many viewers they're going to hope to get from this, but we'll see what happens. And if you put Punk on that show, it'll give you some ratings. But outside of the first 1 or 2 shows, because people want to know what's actually going to happen, I don't know how this becomes a huge thing. I really don't. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to monitor the situation. We'll see what happens. And I hope everybody gets their ish together.
Respect my authority!
Because I want to see AEW succeed and prosper. And it looks like they're going to be A-okay as regards to TV deals. They're going to get plenty of TV money. Because why would Warner Discovery give them another couple of hours of TV if they're not going to re-sign them to another couple of years for however many millions of dollars? So shout out to Tony Khan.
Respect my authority!
They're going to get the money. So we're going to see what happens with that. So let's move on to Smacketh of the Down. Smackdown, baby. Smackdown was a decent show. It wasn't too crazy. Let's run down what we are going to be hollering at. Let's run down what happened. So we'll go with the minor stuff first. We have the Viking Raiders. They beat up Eric and Ivar. They beat up Eric and Ivar.
You stupid.
That's not what I meant. The Viking Raiders are Eric and Ivar. Jesus Christ.
Stop it. Get some help.
Jesus Christ. The Viking Raiders beat up Braun Strowman and Ricochet, and that match will be taking place next week because they beat him up. Shinsuke Nakamura.
Surprise, motherfucker.
He's back. And he beat Madcap Moss via pinfall in a very short match with the Kinshasa. And after the match, you had a Karrion Kross TikTok promo. Karrion Kross, man. I really like Karrion Kross, but I don't know why he's not getting over. He's actually good. I liked him in NXT. He's not like a huge guy, but he's big. He's got a good look. Got his wife with him. I don't know where's the disconnect with this guy? I mean, does he need to like really hurt some people? Not really, like in general, not seriously hurt somebody, but does he have to like kayfabe really hurt somebody to get over? I don't know. Do they need to put the belt on him? I don't know what's missing. I want to say he should be one of the top heels. Like Walter is the top heel, but obviously Roman Reigns, but we're not counting him. But Walter is the top heel on SmackDown, besides Roman. He's the guy, the Ring General. Why? And they put the belt on him, and he's just smacking the shit out of everybody. He's killing everybody. But I don't understand what's going on with Karrion Kross. Why can't they get him where they need him to be? I hope they get him right. Maybe put him on Raw. I don't know. Dope ass entrance. I don't know what it is, but I hope they get right. I hope they get right with Karrion Kross. I really want him to work. All right, we had Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. They granted Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville a shot at their women's tag team championships before getting them the hell up out the ring. So that match will be taking place next week as well. We had The Judgment Day come out there, and Damian Priest talked his junk, and then that started an impromptu match with Santos Escobar, and Damian Priest beat Santos Escobar, hitting the South of Heaven because of a Dominic Mysterio distraction, if I'm not mistaken. After the match, Rey Mysterio came out and saved the LWO and sent the Judgment Day packing. We had Xavier Woods beating LA Knight. Yeah. Xavier Woods beat him with a roll-up. LA Knight tried to cheat first, but then after that, Xavier Woods cheated because he tried to cheat, but he got caught. Xavier Woods didn't, so he's a babyface cheating. So I don't know about that. But at the same time, Xavier Woods said, if you're going to cheat, I'm going to cheat. But babyfaces aren't supposed to cheat, so it is what it is. Fine with me. Two things here. Oh, let's move on. Walter, a.k.a. Gunther, had an interaction backstage with Mr. Xavier Woods, who had his trumpet. And after that, he says, I've never got a shot at the IC title, and I am looking to get one. And Walter and him are going to have a match, I believe, next week for the IC title. He's like, I never even gotten a shot for that. And Walter said, you are a joke. You will never get this Intercontinental Championship. So I'm looking forward to that match. I think that's going to be a hell of a match. Looking forward to seeing Walter chop Mr. Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods is going to put up a valiant effort, and he's going to lose most likely, but looking forward to it. Let's talk about LA Knight. What the hell is going on with LA Knight? Yeah. How you don't have LA Knight in LA, how you don't give him a mic in LA to talk his shit is stupid.
You stupid.
A lot of things wrong with LA Knight right now. You could have had LA Knight do anything with anyone. You could have had him cut a promo against Bobby Lashley. Just whatever. They could have had a match on Monday Night Raw. Who gives a shit? But you could have had him cut a promo, and then you could have had Lashley beat him, or they could have had a nice fight, WrestleMania. I don't know. You could have did something with LA Knight. I mean, literally, you were in LA, and you didn't do anything with LA Knight. Yeah.
Nope.
Come on. What are we doing? LA Knight is too damn good on the mic. And say what you want about him in the ring. He's too damn good of a guy to be relegated to just losing all the time. And I don't care if reports saying that he might win Money in the Bank or he might win a ladder match coming up soon. Who cares? Do something with this brother. He deserves a major push. Heel, babyface, it doesn't matter. And the people are starting to take a liking to him. But people aren't going to give a shit about him if you condition us to see him losing all the time. Do something with this brother. Jesus. So, a WWE roster draft will take place on April 28th on Smackdown and continue on May 1st on Monday Night Raw. I'm fine with that. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes I'd much rather these people just F the brand split, put everything together. If you're going to do a draft, you have to stay true to the two.
You stupid.
You have to stay true to the draft and actually use it as a draft. You have to. You can't just have people waltzing over here and waltzing over there. If you're going to have a draft, stay true to it. But you don't have, especially for the tag team division, the women's division, you don't really have and the women's tag team belts, which are basically not worth a lot right now. You got to find a way to combine those. I think if you're going to have a draft, the women should be able to move back and forth. And I would get rid of all of the women's tag team belts. Unless you're going to do it across all three brands, which I would. I would do it across all three brands. The tag team division, you got like 3 tag teams on both shows. So, I mean, true tag teams. So it's like, together your division is like 6 or 7 tag teams. I don't know if that's enough. Maybe if you had 8, 9, 10 tag teams on both shows, legit, and you could have people fighting for it, interchanging them, have projects of people working themselves up to get over. So you got the top of the card, mid card tag team titles, and everybody's trying to fight to get it. Have it mean something. I don't know what they do with the damn tag team division, but you got to have more than 3 tag teams. It can't just be the same 3 tag teams every 6 months, because then you're going to run out of matches eventually. So I don't know what they do with that, but let's see what this brand split has in store for it. Time will tell. Time will tell. But we also had the Bloodline, and then we had Owens and Zayn out there. Love Owens and Zayn, love the Bloodline, but everybody cut basically the same promo they've been cutting. Jay, when are you going to realize Roman's not for you? You're delusional. Sammy, you're selfish. You're selfish. You've always been selfish. And we coming to get our belts back. You ain't better than the Bloodline. They all keep talking about the Bloodline's over, but we still alive and well. Whoa, Jay, your brother almost left you, Jay. Pretty soon you're going to come to your senses and realize that Roman's delusional. The same stuff every week.
Nope.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now they're starting to put a focus on Solo, and then you add Matt Riddle to the mix because Matt Riddle got taken out by Solo. That's why he was gone for so long. So that's fine with me. And this ended up breaking down, and it devolved into into something. And they set up a main event: Solo Sikoa versus Riddle, and that was a good match. Solo Sikoa won via interference, as always. Samoan Spike, get him out of here. So they did have a good match, though. So we're not going to sit here and cap on that. But we do have Paul Heyman told everybody in the crowd that the Usos would get their undisputed tag team championship rematch back on April 28th. So that April 28th show is setting up to be a big show. You got the draft on that show. You got some title matches on that show. That's going to be a good Smackdown. That's going to be a good Smackdown for sure. And then you got Solo Sikoa and Matt Riddle. They had a fight. Solo won. It is what it is. Samoan Spike. After the match, Solo Sikoa slammed Matt Riddle with a Uranage through the announce table before flipping the damn table onto him, burying Riddle underneath the table. They got the hell up out of there. Owens and Zayn came out from the crowd and basically helped Matt Riddle from under the table, and that's how it went off the air. But it's funny how the referee kicks out the Usos. Well, he kicked out Sami Zayn and KO, kicked the Usos out, but then the Usos came back out during the crowd. Where have I seen that before, huh? Somebody gets kicked out and then they came back after they got kicked out. We've seen that a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? So all in all, a decent Smackdown. I'm not going to sit here and say it was a bad show. It was a decent show. I'm looking forward to the 28th because that's going to be a good show. I have no doubt. And with that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. Stay tuned later on today. We got more. Well, stay tuned for tomorrow. As always, we got more coming out. We got more news. We got Monday Night Raw review. So stay tuned for all of that. As for me, I am out. Everybody be safe. I'm out. Peace.